Hey, what's up? Welcome to a new video. By the title of this video, you already know what this is. So let's just start with, it is Friday, April 10th. It's 10:48 a.m. And I decided that it's time to read the Throne of Glass series for the first time. So I ordered the books early this week. I received it, so I'm gonna insert the clip of me unboxing it for moving on to the rest of this video. So let's go visit past Yari unboxing this box set. Okay, I did a thing and I was too excited to do this unboxing once I officially started this vlog, so I'm filming this now because I want to open it now. There's something. The fact that this is 10 pounds is crazy, but makes sense, and you'll see in a moment why that makes sense. So we're gonna open up this box.
I'm gonna show you. The title of this video, you already know what this is. The letter.
Make sure. Okay, so this is what I did. But again, from the intro of this video that I'm gonna film later, you already know what this is. Oh, I want to start off with why the cup, like the spines, it looks fake, like it's a cardboard or something, but it's not. It's maybe just the plastic is giving the illusion. But let's take the plastic off and open this up. I don't know, the spines look weird to me. Like literally it looks fake. Up, I mean out. Okay, so we got the prequel, The Assassin's Blade. I think it's floppier than the Accordance and Roses paperback, which is good. Yeah, it's way floppier. Throne of Glass, Crown of Midnight, Heir of Fire, Queen of Shadows, Empire of Storms, Tower of Dawn, and finally Kingdom of Ash. Kingdom of Ash. This is crazy. Kingdom of Ash is 980 pages. That's wild. Anyways, yep, that's the little unboxing. If you want to look at the rest of the box, that is all. That's the unboxing. Back to future Yari. Okay, so now, yes, I bought the paperback box set and we're gonna get to this. So one of the controversial things, yes, whatever, is what order do you read this series in? And I'm going to read this in the order that Sarah J. Maas herself says you should read the series, which is reading Throne of Glass first. I know some people, if they might watch this, are clutching their pearls right now, because what do you mean I'm starting with Throne of Glass and not the Assassin's Blade? Well, Sarah J. Maas says start with Throne of Glass, then read Crown of Midnight, and then read the Assassin's Blade. So that's what I'm gonna do. And yeah, that's the order I'm gonna do it in. But I will tell you, obviously this is not going to be in this video. I am going to do the tandem read. At this point in time, I think it's going to be like the best option for those two books, which is Empire's Thorn and Tower of Dawn, is to do the tandem read. Right now, at this point, I'm gonna do the tandem read. But anyways, yeah, so this video is just gonna be seeing like how many books in this series I can read in one weekend. Technically a weekend is just Saturday and Sunday, but I randomly got a Friday off from work, so we're starting on Friday. It's gonna be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we're gonna see like how much of this series I can read. We'll be doing like other things this weekend, like I'm gonna do laundry today. I only have one load, so it shouldn't take too much of my reading time, and I just do it at home, so yeah. So it shouldn't interrupt too much. It shouldn't interrupt like pretty much any reading time. And then tomorrow I'm finally doing my taxes. So the place I go to is a free service, so you basically have to, it's first come first serve. There's no appointments, so people basically just line up outside until they start letting you in, and that starts at 10 a.m. So I'll take my whichever book I'm on and start read on the line. And then I might go to Barnes & Noble on Saturday. Depends on what time I end up leaving during my taxes. I might go down to Manhattan and go to Barnes & Noble, but I don't know yet. And then Sunday I'm washing my hair, so that's like that may seem like a small task, but for a girly like me, that's like it takes a few hours. So yeah, so okay, my prediction is that I'm gonna be able to read the first 3 books in the Throne of Glass series. So Throne of Glass, Crown of Midnight, and then the Assassin's Blade. But I think I'm being too ambitious, but we'll see what happens. And I don't think I'm gonna do the audiobooks for it, because I don't want to use my Audible credits. So I think I'm just gonna read this without the audiobooks, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, I think I'm gonna start reading at noon, just because I want to upload my last reading vlog. I just have to like rewatch it one more time, make sure it looks good, and then upload it, and then we'll hop into reading Throne of Glass. So let's do it. Hello? Hey, it's many hours later. It's like 10 hours, I don't know, it's many hours later. It's 10:37 p.m. Hello? And I'm reading so slow that it's painful. I started a little bit before noon. I'm on page 104. like 404. And it's not that I'm not enjoying the book, it's just I'm having so much difficulty just focusing. First I felt like really tired. No, first I was like, oh, I'm hungry, let me eat, because I hadn't eaten. And then I ate, and then I read a little bit more, and I still wasn't able to focus. And then I was like, oh, I feel tired, let me take a nap. I took a nap, and it helped a little bit. But now, like the last few pages that I was reading, I was starting to like not pay attention. So there's that. I'm struggling, and I haven't read like a book physically, just reading it physically, in such a long time that I really don't want to get the audiobook. Even though I know if I get the audiobook, I'll get through this so much quicker. I don't know what to do. And again, it's not like I'm not enjoying the book. It's just that I can't focus. It's rough out here, man. It's rough out here. But yeah, I'm on page 104. I'm a quarter into it. And I don't really have much thought to say because we just met a few characters. The training for the competition has started. I didn't realize Kale was Kale. Why is his name spelled like that? That's all I'm gonna say. I just met this princess, which I know from the back she's important. I need to look up how to pronounce her name because I couldn't tell you. You're probably like screaming at the screen like, oh, that's so and so. Nehemia? That's how I want to say it. It's probably so wrong considering it's Sarah J Maas. Yeah, I feel like 100 pages in, like into a new world, there's not like much that you can like say like enjoyment wise, because I don't know what's happening yet. And I feel like maybe once the competition really starts going, I'll get more invested in it. I don't know, but I'm gonna try and figure out a way to get more, to be able to focus better while reading. So that's the update I have for now. Wish me luck that I'm able to figure this out because it's annoying how slow I'm reading. Yeah. Hey guys, what's up? So it's Saturday, April 11th. It's 3:27 p.m. Oh, you can see Chucky. Anyways, okay, so I went to my taxes. I left here at 10 a.m. and like I said before earlier in this video, they do it for free if you earn under a certain amount, and it's first come first serve. So even though I got there at 10 when it opened, those people started laying up like earlier in the day, so I didn't get inside until like 12:45. Let me see, I called my mom when I left, so I'll tell you exactly what time I left. 2:12 p.m. yeah, but I did get some I did get a little bit of reading while I was in the line. I'll tell you right now because I decided to use the Bookly app while reading this to keep track of everything, of like my reading speed and whatever. I read so slow. It takes me like a little over 2 minutes to read one page. So while I was on the line, also keep in mind there was a little bit of distractions because they kept coming outside to make sure that to give people information or whatever. And then this guy started yelling about Jesus, so and that distracted me. So I've read for an just standing there outside, an hour and 44 minutes, and I read 37 pages in that hour and 44 minutes. My average minute per page was 2.8 minutes. So yeah, so I read 37 pages while I was waiting online in an hour and 44 minutes. Book wise, right now I'm not hating this, but this is literally what I said about every book that I read. I'm not hating about not loving it. I'm just like not invested in this world yet, which I feel like somebody might come for me and be like, well, if you had read Assassin's Blade first, then maybe you would feel more emotionally attached. And I'm like, and to that I say, maybe, I don't know. But oh yeah, I'm on page 150, chapter 21. That could be the case, I don't know, but I have heard that this is the weakest book in the series, and then I think it starts picking, what I've heard from it starts really picking up starting from Air of Fire. So these first 3 books I feel like it's gonna be a little bit of a struggle to get through. And then also the whole Assassin's Blade thing, let me just say this, I don't really enjoy short story collections, and it's a short story collection, so yeah. Also, we have been getting some like little nuggets of information about what happened to, I haven't said her name once in this video, but to say it for the first time, Selenia. Let's go with that. Of what she went through that year that she was imprisoned. So I'm like, I wonder if that's what Assassin's Blade is about, that year that she was you know, like arrested. So yeah, there's like a lot that we don't know about what happened in her past, and I feel like that's what we're gonna learn in the Assassin's Blade, is more detail about that. But anyways, the choice has been made. Started with Throne of Glass first. I'm excited to get to Crown of Midnight. I don't know, I feel like this first book is just gonna be a struggle to get through, I feel like. But yeah, also can we just talk about what color is Selenia's hair? I'm probably saying that so wrong, and I'm sorry, but let's talk about what color is her hair, because on page 9, I'll read you quotes. It's not a spoiler, it's just talking about her hair. So on page 9 it says, but it was her golden hair that caught the attention of most, hair that still maintained a glimmer of its glory. Then on page 37 it says, there was something sad about her, sitting so still with her legs against her chest, the moonlight coloring her hair silver. And then on page 130 It says her golden hair shone as she wove in and out of a knot of 3 guards. Is her hair, did her hair just look silver? And that on page 37, because it was dark out and the moonlight made it look golden versus silver. I mean, made it look silver instead of golden. I don't know. But then also, like in the original cover of Thorn of Glass, she has silver hair. So I'm like, I did Google it a little bit ago, and it was like, oh, like fans agree that her hair is golden. They go by the description that's in the book and not on what is on the cover of the book. But if you have thoughts about this, without spoiling anything, I mean, it's just about hair, but let me know what your thoughts are on what color her hair is and what the majority in the fandom say. Anyways, that's where I'm gonna leave it at for right now. I'm gonna get back to reading because I need to get more into this, because I'm only on page 150, like I said, of 404, and I wanted to read more than one book this weekend. I still have the rest of today, obviously, and tomorrow, so fingers crossed. Wish me luck that I can read a lot of this book and at least the rest the second. Right, let's get to it. This is a very short update, but I'm on page 166. I just wanted to tell you guys that I was like, oh wait a minute, let me Google real quick how you pronounce Nehemiah's name. I put in her name and then look down at the list. You know how Google gives you suggestions? It was like, I'm not gonna say what it is because I think I'm gonna keep this video spoiler free, but it spoiled something, and I was like, Google, why? Also, speaking of Google, this is totally random and like off topic, but I just thought about this because Google. So I was at work, I think it was on Thursday, and I told someone to Google something, and I saw them type it. I'm sorry for laughing. But I told them, I was like, oh, Google blah blah blah, and they literally wrote into Google blah blah blah. Have you ever seen anyone do that? I was just like, did he just put into Google blah blah blah? If someone types Google something, do you type in Google? I was shook. Also, I'm not gonna name where I work, but somebody came in thinking we were a pharmacy. We're not a pharmacy. It's retail, but we don't sell clothes, and we're not a pharmacy. And this lady that I was helping, she was just like, I'm concerned for the future. She was like, how do you walk into insert name here, blah blah, and think it's a pharmacy? And I was like, girl, I don't know. And she was like, I'm scared for the future. Anyways, I'm gonna get back to reading. Still not done, but I'm very close. I'm on page 351 of 404, and I wanted to do an update before finishing the book. I have 1 hour left in the audiobook. Oh my god, did I tell you? I caved. I got the audiobook. I don't know if I told you already, but I caved. I was like, let's just, I was reading too painfully slow. I said, F that, we're getting the audiobook. So I used an Audible credit and got the audiobook. So I'm reading way faster now than I was Friday and Saturday. Friday, most of Saturday. Okay, so thoughts. I don't know. I'm feeling like this isn't anything like what I thought this book was gonna be about. I don't know. I don't know. This isn't what I expected the book to be about. Am I zoomed in still? No. And I don't know how I feel about that. I was expecting this one thing and I got something else. I don't even know how to describe what I was thinking the book was gonna be about, but it's not what I thought it was gonna be. Let's just say that. Yeah, I don't know how this is gonna end. We are at the final test and we're gonna see how she does. And I have no idea what's going on with this thing. I'm trying to talk about this without spoiling anything, but yeah, I have no idea what's going on with this thing. I don't know who's working with who or doing what. How was this accomplished? I don't know. Also, I didn't mention it's 12:10 a.m. It's now technically Sunday. I'm getting to the point. I'm tired. Not tired. I'm just like, I'm not sleepy. Or am I sleepy? I don't know, actually. I might be. I guess I'm just a little delusional at the moment because I've just been reading. I've been taking like small breaks in between. I've been reading for like can't talk. I read like 50 pages and take a small break, and the breaks aren't that long. They're like maybe 10 to 15 minutes, and then to read the 50 pages takes me about an hour. So yeah, but yeah, I have no idea how this first book is gonna end. I'm sure somebody's gonna die. I'm not sure who. I kind of expect one person, maybe. I don't know. And because when I googled something earlier, a death was spoiled for me, but I don't know that person dies in this book or later on in the series. Couldn't tell ya, obviously, because I haven't read it yet. But yeah, I think I'm gonna try and wake up a little bit and then get back to reading. It's 12:12. Might start reading again. I think like 3 or 4 minutes. We'll see. Hey, what's up? So as you can tell from the previous clip, it's the next day. It is now Sunday, April 12th. It's 11:14 a.m. and first off, I've been falling asleep all over the place. So I made a coffee this morning, even though I don't drink coffee that often because caffeine doesn't sit well with me. So last night at like 1:22 a.m. I I only finished Throne of Glass by Sarah J Maas. So I did end up giving this a 3 stars. And basically, like I said earlier in the vlog, what this was, it wasn't what I was expecting it to be about. And also I haven't like been spoiled for like I don't think I've been spoiled for like really big plot points in the series, even though I did watch spoiler reading vlogs for Kingdom of Ash when the book first came out, because I was like, I'm never gonna read the series, who cares? Here I am now. But I literally don't remember anything, because that was like years ago at this point now. So yeah, I don't remember anything that from what I saw from those spoiler reading vlogs. But I feel like what I know about the series is about like this large cast of characters, and in this first book there's not a large cast of characters. And I guess I didn't realize that doesn't happen until like further into the series. I thought you just get introduced to all the characters they're gonna be in the series from the beginning, which that's not the case. So I think that's like one of the things I was expecting that was different. Characters, I like the characters. Like the main 3 right now, Selenia, Dorian, and why did I almost say Cassian? This is not according to Roses. And Kale, however you want to say it. I like all 3 of them. There have been a few points where each of them has made me giggle, so that's always a good sign. Oh, and then the princess too. Princess, I can't remember her name now. Cute. I can't remember her name now, but I also like her. And I'm excited to learn more about her. And yeah, even though I know what her fate is gonna be. I don't know when that's gonna come, but I know what her fate's gonna be. But yeah, I like her friendship with Selenia. What else? Yeah, which is a 3 star. Like plot wise, it wasn't anything like amazing. So, but I didn't hate the book either. So it sits right in the middle, a 3 star. So that's Throne of Glass. And then as you saw this morning, I started Crown of Midnight, the 2nd book in the Throne of Glass series. I just got to page 34, so there is not much that I can tell you so far because still very early on. But yeah, gonna continue reading this, gonna drink my coffee and continue reading, and let's see how far I get into Crown of Midnight. I'm not gonna say that I'm gonna, when I think I'm gonna finish this, I'm just gonna read as much as I can today and hope for the best. So let's get back into it. Hey, what's up? So my phone, it's, back it up a bit. Okay, it's 9:53 p.m. Anyways, so as you could tell, I just washed my hair. Yeah, anyways, okay, so reading wise, Crown of Midnight. I got to part 2. There's only 2 parts in this book. I'm on page 233. I'm a little tiny bit past the halfway mark. And first off, something just happened at the end of part 1. Yeah, that happened. Also, there's I don't want to talk about what happened because it's a big spoiler. Anyways, okay, so what else? There is the king. The king. I don't know what he's up to. Feel like he's lying about things. I mean, obviously, he's the bad guy in this book, in the series. At least so far, he's the bad guy. But he's hiding something because there was this thing that he told Kale. And I'm like, I don't know if that's true. It feels like it's not true. And he was just, but I don't know why he lied about it. Why he would make that up. I don't know, it's weird. Okay, we're starting because this is this whole magic situation, and magic in this world doesn't exist anymore. But does it? That's pretty much what they're trying to figure out. Does it? But also the king hates magic. It's just, that's the vibe that he hates magic. Yeah, because you're like, if you have magic, so yeah, and there's some things happening that could possibly mean that there is some sort of magic, and they have to figure out, or this character has to try to figure out. My battery is low. My battery's about to die. So they have to figure out like what's going on with that. And let's change the battery. I got a fresh battery. Okay, we're back. Okay, so what I was saying, I was talking about the whole magic thing. Okay, so moving past that, overall thoughts on the book. I feel like the plot is slow moving, but after this point it might start picking up now after how part 1 ended. But I do feel like the plot is like really, it's slow moving, and I like me a good fast-paced book, and this is not it right now. So hopefully after what happened in the end of part 1, things start to pick up and all that. So yeah, right now I feel like, once again, story of my life, this is sitting at 3-star. But again, I'm halfway into this. So okay, it's 10 p.m. I have work tomorrow. By what time do I have to go to work tomorrow? I think at 3. No, 1. Damn it. I wish it was 3, because then I could like stay up even later, you know, and read some more. But I think I have to be at work tomorrow at 1. I'm pretty sure it's 1. Hold please. It's 1. Damn it. I work 1 at 9:30 tomorrow. Okay, so let's try to let's do some time math right now. Okay, so I have to be at work at 1. That means I have to leave at 12. So the latest I can wake up is 10. I already showered, so I don't have to do that tomorrow morning. But I still like to wait, even though I like work like later, I like to wake up like at 7, like 7 or 8. 10 p.m. Okay, let's just get back into it, and I'm gonna try and read as much as I can before going to sleep. But let's talk about because I'm doing the audiobook. I have 3 hours and 18 minutes. I'm listening at 1.7 speed, so fingers crossed I could get like a good chunk done. So let's get to reading. It's now, I don't know what day it is. It's Tuesday, April 14th. It's 1:22. Is it 22? 20, yeah, it was 22 p.m. It's 23 now. I couldn't tell. Ethel's head was covering the numbers. I need to change that. Yeah. So let's wrap up this vlog. So the main like theme of this video, as you can tell by the title, whatever, was to see how many books in the Throne of Glass series I could read in one weekend, aka 3 days, because I had 3 days off. So hold on, I'm gonna have to check that I took a picture. The angle might have changed, I'm sorry. Okay, so how much of the Throne of Glass series could I read in a weekend, 3 days? I've read Throne of Glass. Oh, I already forgot. So I read all of Throne of Glass, which is 404 pages, and then of Crown of Midnight I read 348 pages. So as you saw, I had to like just bite the bullet, I guess, and get the audiobooks because I was reading so damn slow. Like honestly, it was so painful how slow I was reading. But yeah, able to read Throne of Glass and 348 pages of Crown of Midnight. I just finished Crown of Midnight, so we're gonna do a little review of what I thought about Crown of Midnight. Okay, one thing I'll say first is that I forgot to mention this in my other updates reading this book, but Mort, love him, he's so funny. I hope there's Lisa, I hope after reading it, like the end of Crown of Midnight, I hope he still somehow makes an appearance in the other books in the series, because he makes me giggle, he makes me LOL. Also, I know I did mention that like years ago when the last Kingdom of Ash first came out, I like watched a bunch of videos of people's spoiler box for it, and I was like, oh, I don't remember anything. As soon as they mentioned a name in this book, I remembered something, and I was like, oh yeah. So that being said, when it comes to the ending of this book, I understand why people find the ending so shocking and like, oh my god, I can't wait to read the next book to find out what happens. Yeah, but me reading that one name in the beginning of it and then remembering that spoiler, even though I spoiled myself, that's my fault, that's on me. Yeah, I wasn't shocked by it because I was like, oh yeah, I remember now. But yeah, I can completely see how people like reading that ending, you'll be like, what? But yeah, I wasn't shocked because I spoiled it for myself. But I am gonna keep trucking on and reading this series. Finally gonna read Assassin's Blade, and I am hoping that reading this, maybe that's what I've heard people say, is that once they read Assassin's Blade, if they read Throne of Glass first, they get more attached to Selena in this, or like they understand her more, whatever, I don't know. But hopefully I get more invested in the series, because I also gave Crown of Midnight 3 stars. That's mainly on me, honestly. But yeah, I don't know, I just feel like I'm telling you guys this so far, these first 2 books is not anywhere what I thought this series was gonna be about. So hopefully once we get to Heir of Fire, once I read Heir of Fire, I get more invested in the story. And because again, the way Crown of Midnight ended, things are gonna change. Things are not only location wise, but I feel like, yeah, because there's gonna be a new location in Heir of Fire, I feel like there's more opportunity for the plot to get for the plot to thicken and for things to really start getting moving and all that. So yep, again, I was able to read Throne of Glass and 348 pages of Crown of Midnights in 3 days, a weekend, whatever you want to say. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching this video. I think this might be, because obviously this is gonna be one video, and then this is gonna be, I'm gonna read it this week, so this might just be a video on its own. Yeah, and that'll be like my next video, but I'm gonna vlog my whole experience reading the entire series, so look forward to that. Anyways, again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys here next time on Yari Hearts Books. Bye.